Texas Scorecard presents the day's first news for the Lone Star State. The Texas Minute, with your host, Michael Quinn Sullivan.
We are halfway through the week. Thanks for spending part of your Wednesday with the Texas Minute. A 3-judge federal panel has declared Texas's new congressional maps unconstitutional, throwing a wrench into the 2026 election cycle. More on that coming up. Using powers granted under a new state law, Governor Greg Abbott has designated the Council on American Islamic Relations and the Muslim Brotherhood as foreign terrorist organizations and transnational criminal organizations. The proclamation immediately prohibits the groups from purchasing or acquiring land in Texas and authorizes the state to take legal action to shut down their operations. The declaration follows years of concern from national security officials and law enforcement. You'll remember that 15 years ago, CARE was named an unindicted co-conspirator in the largest terrorism financing case in U.S. history. CARE responded yesterday by attacking Abbott as a, quote, Israel-first politician who has spent months stoking anti-Muslim hysteria. The governor's action comes amid heightened public scrutiny over Islamic influences in Texas. The most recent flashpoint has been Epic City, a proposed Muslim enclave in North Texas that has triggered multiple state investigations. Lawsuits have been filed by the Attorney General against Round Rock Independent School District and Leander Independent School District and their respective school boards for refusing to comply with a new state law requiring that donated copies of the Ten Commandments be displayed in each public school classroom. According to Paxton, these, quote, rogue ISD officials and board members are acting in defiance of clear statutory mandate. Though the law's enforcement has been temporarily blocked in a handful of other districts due to ongoing federal litigation, Round Rock ISD and Leander ISD are unaffected. A Leander ISD spokesperson told Texas Scorecard that the district is, quote, confounded by the lawsuit because they have accepted donated posters and maintain a spreadsheet tracking where those are being displayed in the schools. Round Rock ISD, on the other hand, has said it's awaiting further legal guidance before complying with the law. The Republican members of Texas's Congressional Delegation are urging federal agencies to reimburse the state for money that was spent securing the border during the Biden administration. They note that the funds were set aside in the One Big Beautiful bill to reimburse Texas $11 billion that taxpayers here spent protecting Americans from, quote, illegal immigration and drug trafficking. The Texas Minute will be right back.
Are you worried about your kid's future? You should be. I'm Charles Blaine with Texas Tomorrow. This is a show where we're going to talk about the issues and the people that are pushing the policies that concern your family, your home, and your kids. Catch Texas Tomorrow every Thursday.
The upcoming election season was thrown into a bit of turmoil yesterday by an El Paso federal court's ruling that halts Texas's newly enacted congressional map that was designed to create 5 additional Republican-leaning seats. The court is ordering the state to instead use the old map for 2026. In a 160-page ruling, the 3-judge panel concluded in a 2-1 decision that the legislature, quote, racially gerrymandered the boundaries after Governor Greg Abbott added redistricting to the summer special session. The court found that the state acted primarily on the racial demands of the U.S. Department of Justice. At the center of their decision is a July 2025 letter from the DOJ demanding that Texas dismantle several congressional districts based solely on their racial composition. Now, it's worth noting here that the candidate filing period for the 2026 primary election opened back on November 8th under the new boundaries. This leaves candidates and election officials scrambling since numerous candidates have already filed for congressional seats that may no longer exist. Attorney General Ken Paxton and Governor Greg Abbott have already announced the state will be swiftly appealing the decision. You can find details on that story and the others mentioned today and keep up with the latest news by visiting TexasScorecard.com. This edition of the Texas Minute was produced by Nick Shepard and based on the original reporting of Brandon Waltons, Sidney Henry, Deborah McClure, and Travis Morgan. I look forward to seeing you out around the Lone Star State. Now go make it a great day.